I'm Kate and I own The Makery, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make a brilliant drawstring Lego mat and tidy. So what you need for this project is 2 pieces of fabric, a plain piece and a pattern piece, some scissors, some pins, a safety pin, a toggle clasp and some string. It's quite good if the string is quite slippery and satiny, so try and get synthetic string if you can. You also need a tape measure and a sewing machine as well. So the first step that you need to do is cut a circle out from one of your pieces of fabric. It's really important that the inside fabric, the lining fabric, is plain so that you can spot all the Lego pieces up against the fabric. But with the outer fabric you can use whichever pattern you'd like. So I'm going to start with the outer fabric, and a top tip handy way to cut out a circle from a piece of fabric is to fold it in half diagonally like this to make a triangle, and then fold it in half again and again like this. And then if I just measure this short folded side here, that is 26 centimeters. So I'll pop a little cut at the 26 centimeter point on the other side, and then if we just cut around so that those 2 sides join each other in a kind of a slightly curved line, it means that when we open the fabric out we will have a lovely circle like that. In this case, I've cut out a circle that measures 50 centimetres in diameter. So this Lego tidy will be slightly less than 50 centimetres once the circle is opened out. So it's going to be really good for like travel Lego on the go, if we're visiting friends or something, or just smaller projects at home. If you're making a Lego tidy for home and you've got loads of Lego, I'd say that you can probably do a circle that's up to about maybe 150 centimetres in diameter, and then you can fit loads of stuff in it and it'll be a bit more like a sack, so to keep all of your Lego in. Once you've cut out the circle from one of your pieces of fabric, you need to cut exactly the same size circle out from your other piece of fabric as well. So what you can do this time is just lay your circle that you have cut on top and trace around it and then cut out your second circle. Now that we've got 2 evenly sized circles of fabric, what we need to do is place them on top of each other, but with the right sides of fabric facing, so that you can't see the pattern on the outer fabric. And then all the way around the outside, if you pin the 2 pieces of fabric together so that they are joined to each other. If you've got any wrinkles in your fabric, just iron them out at this point as well so that they're both nice and flat. Once you've pinned both pieces of fabric together, the next step is to sew all the way around the outer edge of the fabric, all the way around the circle on the sewing machine, and you need to sew about 1 centimetre in from the edge. What you do need to do is make sure that you leave a gap at one point. So if you, at any point, if you make sure you leave a gap of about 6 centimetres, and that's the gap that we're going to turn the fabric the right way around through. Now I've sewed both of the pieces of fabric together, as you can see, with a centimetre hem all the way around the outside, apart from that little gap. So the next step that we need to do is just remove a bit of that bulk all the way around the outside. So just on that hem piece, if you can just cut kind of every couple of centimetres, just cut a little snip in that hem of the fabric. Make sure that you don't snip as far as the stitching line, or else it will all come undone. And that just means that when we turn it around the right side, it will be nice and neat and it won't be all puckered. Now I've snipped all the way around the outside edge, so the next step is to turn the fabric the right side out. So through the gap that we've left, I'm just going to carefully turn the fabric all the way around to the outside. So now the circles are turned the right side out and they are pressed nice and flat, so we've got a lovely neat circle with a little gap at one section where we turned it the right side through. So the next step is to do another circle of sewing, and this time again it's going to be all the way around the outside edge, but minimum of 3.5 centimetres in from that outer edge. So if you wanted to, you could use some chalk or a fabric pen, or you could just make a mark on your machine and make sure that you sew at the same distance in from the edge all the way around the outside. But like I say, it should be about 3.5 to 4 centimetres in from the edge. And this time you need to do a continuous circle, so make sure there's no gap at any point. Now we've got our second line of stitching all the way around the circle, just in from the edge. So the last step is to take your string, and if you attach it to a safety pin, and then where that gap was on your stitching, if you poke the safety pin with the string attached through the gap, and then feed it all the way around the outside edge of the circle. So once you've pushed the string all the way through that channel in the outer edge of the circle, what you need to do next is get both of the ends of the string up like this, and then if you snip them just to make them neat, and poke them through the toggle clasp. There we go. And then we'll just tie the two ends of the string in a knot to keep everything in place, and then you're done. If you just gather up your Lego and pop it onto the plain side. Go. And then you can just pull up all of the ends so that your Lego is nice and neat in a little bag like that. If you're using this on the go as well, you can just, rather than open the drawstring so it's completely flat, what you can do is have it so that it's got a slight wall all the way around the outside so that none of the Lego goes astray. Otherwise, if you're at home, you can just open it out completely flat so that it's a mat for whoever is playing with the Lego to neatly play on without everything going everywhere. And of course you can vary your fabric however you like and make these completely different sizes. So I've got another one here that's in lovely pink flamingo fabric. If you'd like to buy any of the materials that we've used in the project today, just check the Makery website. If you've got any comments or questions, please leave them below, and to stay updated with all of our videos, please subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching, bye bye.